Plaintiff Eric Zabruki says at the age of 17, he started using drugs and ended up getting into a lot of trouble. Eric claims he went to jail for armed robbery, and shortly after he was released, he started dating the defendant. Eric had a daughter with the defendant, but they broke up because she was extremely jealous, and he's suing her today for unreturned property. Defendant Maria Graybeck admits that her relationship with Eric was rocky, but she claims it was because Eric was never home. Maria says she ended up kicking Eric out of their home for cheating, and she denies owing him for his property.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Prove your case.
All right, I guess I should give you a rough overview of how we got here today. So I've known Maria for about 10 years now, went to high school with her, we were friends at the time. I ended up getting into quite a few drugs at that time, and I ended up getting in a lot of trouble. Armed robbery and armed burglary.
At what age?
17.
Wow, go ahead. What type of drugs were they?
You name it, coke, marijuana, anything.
Go ahead.
Well, the courts gave me a second chance. They gave me a year in jail and a bunch of probation time, which for, what I could have got, that was pretty decent. After that, I did my year. I ended up working at this factory. Maria Graybeck, she started working there shortly after. I was freshly out. She looked good. I figured I'd give it a shot.
So you were freshly out?
Right.
Doctor, every woman look good to you. Just gotten out.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, she had some potential too. She was going to 2 jobs and she was working, going to school. I thought, why not? Give it a shot. So we got involved. And it wasn't too much later. She got pregnant. I was young. She was young. It was rough, a little scared, but I can't say that was like the main reason our relationship was rocky. She's controlling.
Okay.
Jealousy like you wouldn't believe. It's just.
Now, how long were you all together?
About 2.5 years.
And you're suing her for unreturned property. Before we get to that, I'll allow her to give background. Ma'am?
Okay, yeah. Me and Eric Zabruki dated. We started in 2004. We had a daughter in 2005. And yeah, our relationship was very rocky. He's a kind of guy that's never home, and I had a daughter with him. So yeah, I like the family life, be home and stuff like that. And he was never
Describe
there.
what you mean by never home. When he worked?
Paintballing with the buddies, going to the bar, just hanging out with friends, all types of stuff.
How many evenings was he at home after work?
He would come home maybe for a short amount of time. And, he'd go over to families or something like that. And
how many evenings? Was he out past midnight every night, every work night?
No, not every night, because he did work early in the morning.
What?
A few nights a week, maybe 3 nights a week. He was not home much.
How old were you? You guys are what, in your 20s? Mm-hmm. Guy in his 20s is going to be out 3 nights a week, for sure. So, how many days are you out?
Never. I work too many hours third shift. I don't go out, Your Honor.
You got the right man.
Well, it's because I live the life too. I have kids. Mm-hmm. When do I ever go out? If I go out, I have my kids with me 24/7. So I look at it my way. Well, look at what I'm doing. I'm still, I'm home all the time. I don't get that life. But then a father thinks he's capable of doing it all the time.
You said you were jealous and all that.
Oh yeah, there are some jealousy issues because past experiences of people cheating on you, and he has. So things got rocky, and that's pretty much
why you all broke up?
That's where it started, and he left in 2006, and we weren't together before then.
Okay.
Like, we were living together, but we weren't together.
How long did you all live together?
We lived together from 2004 to 2006.
All right.
And I think it was June of 2006. We were living together. There was a point in time where I did kick him out of the house because of him cheating.
Is this what we're getting to today, when she kicked you out?
Well, no, actually, I got incarcerated.
Okay, let's get to
later.
the property you're suing her about then. Tell me about that incident.
Okay, I got reincarcerated. That was in, I think it was 2006, late 2006. And what it involved was we weren't involved anymore. And she comes home, and we were still living together. I slept on the bed, she slept on the couch, whatever, vice versa. But anyway, she comes home with this younger lady, and she says, she's a runaway, can you give her a ride to where she needs to go? And I said, well, yeah, I suppose I can do that. Well, she didn't have anywhere to go. So I ended up helping her hide out for 2 days, and the cops found out, and I was on probation, so they put me in for a PO hold. Well, then some accusations come out that I had done things with her, so I got a 4th-degree sexual assault, which was a misdemeanor, but seeing as I was on felony probation, they revocated me. They gave me 3.5 years. And then with everything I did in there, got a sentence reduction, so that was about 2.5 years I sent. And after that, well, while I was incarcerated, about 2 months into it, I asked my sister, I got a statement here from her, you know, asking her to go get some of my property, at least some of the basic stuff that I'm going to need when I get out, you know, the stuff I'm asking for, the
You all
furniture.
had been living together
electronics.
prior to
Right.
you going to jail.
Right, we were still living together when right away when I went in.
Told your sister go get some property. Why?
Because I needed it when I first got out, and I figured it was going to be a hassle if I waited too long.
Gotcha.
And, well, she wasn't going to give it up. I mean, she's hard to deal with, and I wasn't going to put my sister through that, so I said, well, I'll wait till I get out. And I did, so that's where we're at now. I've been out for about 2 months. You know, we were getting along when I first got out, and I thought maybe she'd be reasonable about it, but I
You
mean,
moved back in with her?
no, she just, you know, we got
All
along.
right. So how long after coming home did you request your property return?
Right away, I'd say within a week, I was asking for
And
something.
what'd she say?
No. I mean,
Did
I
she
asked
tell
for the
you
bed.
why?
Her main reason was first of all that she didn't think I was going to give her any of the stuff back, because I was asking like for the furniture. If I moved in with my sister, you know, she didn't have another bed there. So, you know, I'm like, well, can I at least get the bed? And she's like, no, you can't even get that. And the electronics, I was going to let her hold on to for, you know, until I got my own place. I mean, she lives with her parents, so it's not like she doesn't have any of that stuff. And all like the furniture and stuff, it's all sitting in a storage unit.
Okay. What items? You have a
there's-
list of the items,
Yeah,
perhaps?
there's a list
All right.
of-
And that letter from your
Right here.
sister that indicates your sister attempted and she refused your sister?
Right, that's here.
All right, ma'am, what do you want to tell me?
Okay, his sister did try coming and asking for the stuff. She had a list of stuff. She has done it quite a few times, and there were people there that she came and I said, it's not her problem to be dealing with it. You know, it's between me and him, and he doesn't have the decency to even try to contact his daughter. After a few months of him being in, there was no writing, there was no calling, nothing. So it's like, why should I deal with it? Because I did get along with his sister very well. You know, she was the one part of the family that was always there.
How about after he got out? He said he made an attempt.
He did make an attempt, and it wasn't about furniture at first. I did get asked, you know, what am I going to do with the bed? Does he need to buy one, or am I going
You
to give
said
it to
at
him?
first. Ultimately, did he ask for all his things?
He wanted the electronics first because he needed a
And have you
computer to
given
play
them
school.
to him?
No, sir, I haven't.
Why?
I need the stuff too. Like I paid on
Who
it too.
purchased it? It
We
was
did
joint?
together. We were
All right. Who
together.
has the value of these items?
They were under his name because he had a better
Sir,
credit.
were these joint purchases?
Yeah, and there's the receipts here too for them.
Let's see them.
They're not joint though, they're all under my name.
And you all lived together for how many years?
About 2 years.
Yeah, too.
And these items were purchased within that 2-year time frame?
Some of them.
Anything purchased prior to the 2 years you all were living together?
Yeah, like the computer desk and stuff like
Is
that.
that true?
Yes, sir. Which I completely forgot about it at the time. That wasn't. Which
Forgot
I'm more
about
than
it
willing.
when? What time? When he came to ask for it?
He has not asked for the computer desk.
Sir?
I asked for, you know, pretty much to go into the storage unit and get what I could.
All right. 4697. Divide that by 2.
2,348.
2,348. Plus your child is there also using that furniture. You purchased that furniture, and I believe she put some money onto it. And not only did you purchase it for your own use, you purchased it for the use of the child that you all share mutually. So you can't come and take every single thing
I
you
left a lot of
purchased.
stuff.
Pardon me?
I left a lot of stuff there.
All right, and
I mean, a lot
most of what I'm hearing was also something that benefited your child, sir. 2 sofas you want $1,600 for, a television you want $1,800 for. Child watches TV and sits down. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff: $2,348 for half of the amount of the furniture.
We coexist, I guess. That's about the extent of it.
I agree with it. We get along for the sake that we have a daughter together, and that's about it. We've had our past, and it's done.